The nickname Doc come about at Westerville South? Because that's how I know you.
Well, to me, that's a pretty special thing. In 1990, we had a pretty good class of athletes, and one of them, a young kid by the name of Jermaine Geis. Jermaine was an all-state athlete in 3 sports: soccer, basketball, and track. And I'm not quite sure when he started referring to me as Doc, but that's who started it, and for whatever reason it stuck. Just a fine young man, and now he's a dad, and he's helping coach at Westerville South, coach basketball. So
Awesome.
yeah.
That's so cool. So describe a typical day for you when you were a college student, and then at your first job, and then now.
Oh, as a college student. Well, as I mentioned, I went through an internship, so I would go to my classes at Ohio State and then head out to Capital University and be in the athletic training room or covering practices, or we were allowed to travel without the head athletic trainer being with us, or any certified athletic trainer, covering events, that sort of thing. And you know, there was really no clock. It's whatever time you got done doing what you needed to do. At Westerville South, my typical day was, my first class was at 7:20 in the morning. I taught a full load, and then after school, I'd go out to the athletic training room, and according to the season, I might be at the school until 10 or 11 o'clock at night. Mm-hmm. Now, since I retired from teaching and at Children's, I usually show up here at in between 7 or 7:30, and most of the times I'm home by 5 or 5:30. Sometimes I'll go out and pick up some events to help the other athletic trainers cover, teach CPR classes, and do things like that. Participate, help with the PPEs and that sort of thing. So,
If you don't mind me asking, how much was your first salary?
Together, teacher, athletic trainer, right around $17,000 a year.
So no one has room to complain, right?
I think it bought a lot more then than what it does now.
That's true, when gas was not $4 a gallon.
Exactly.
How did you document things at Westerville South from when you first started to when you left?
Actually, my documentation, I don't know about other athletic trainers, was initially was just on paper, and it continued to be so probably until actually we started using a program called Alfie, which Chad Starkey from OU kind of invented, I think. After that, we went to sportswear, and all of our documentation was in sportswear. I was, I guess, a little anal because I always record my treatments on paper and then put them into the computer. Actually, my student aides helped with that. So,
Awesome.
yeah.
I'm the same way. I always write document on paper, but
Yeah.
I don't even have computer documentation at Belfon. Would you please explain how your practice or philosophy changed throughout your career?
I think my philosophy probably changed along with rules and knowledge and education as I progressed through this profession. I think I became a lot more compassionate because I think I entered the field more along the lines of compassion with the coaches back in the late 70s or early 80s, which was almost no compassion whatsoever. And I think I've gained a lot of compassion since then. And again, the attending conferences and stuff, the educational component helps temper how you interact with your student athletes.
All right, any last thoughts, comments, questions, jokes?
Get involved. It's well worth it.
Awesome.